Hello and welcome to MAG. I'll be your host, UgotFRANKed, and I'm going to show you the ins and outs of this game. Hopefully I'll explain everything to your liking. If not, go ahead and send me a message, let me know what you didn't like or what you need to know, and I'll be happy to send you more messages back. This is your MAG news. This is what you get after the splash screen. It's coming soon. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick which PMC you want to play for. So you'll select this, and it won't say Sever or anything on it. And then you can read up on the different PMCs and even watch their recruiting videos, which I've already videotaped and made a video about that. You can watch that later. For this particular video, I decided to pick Sever. The reason I picked Sever was because it's the easiest PMC to play on. So when you're first starting out, that's the one I would go with. Yes, they look like bums and you're playing in basically a toxic waste dump, but you know, they'll help teach you the basics of the game and what you should be doing, that sort of thing. You know, everybody knows that's where you start out. And then when you get better, you can switch over to Valor or Raven for a more challenging, fun game. Okay, so let's select the character by pressing X, and we'll take you into the main game itself. Now, MAG is an online game only, which is actually pretty cool because they devoted their entire game to making the online as good as possible. I like that. Some people miss the campaign because they think that it gives you better training. Well, there's another thing that you can do here. First thing you want to do is go to deploy and go to your training. Training will give you a free skill point, and I'm pretty sure it gives you some CP as well. CP is credit points. Every time you get credit points, you build up more and more so that you can buy new weapons, gear, helmets, whatever you want. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and show you that first. Here's your supply depot. Now, everything in here costs a certain amount of CP, and at first you won't be able to afford basically anything because you're a new character. When you're a new character, you're pretty much not very good. Your character is going to be easily killed, and this can be a little bit frustrating at first, but I'm going to tell you how to get around that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to your armory and set up your loadouts to your liking, whichever guns you like the most. Make sure that you set up a class with a repair kit so that when your bunkers go down or whatever, you can fix them. And your machine gun with rocket kit. Also, after you get to a certain level, you'll get enough points. The first thing you want to buy is what I'm going to show you right now. Is your medical kit. This is the most important piece of gear you could ever buy. This will make you CP and experience points like crazy. So it's the best thing you could buy, period. Now the way to utilize that is to go back to your armory, press X, then go click X on your first loadout, then go down to your first aid kit. You won't need that anymore, so get rid of it, and turn it into your medical kit by pressing right or left on your analog stick. Then select it, and now that is permanently part of your gear. You do the same thing for the rest of your loadouts. Now see, if you look at the top, it says available -1C. That means that I have put too much stuff on my character. He can't carry it all. So I gotta take and get less armor or take something else off. I don't want to take anything else off, so I'll take off some armor. And do the same thing for this character as well. Okay, so now you got your three basic loadouts. You can choose whatever you like for the last two. And now, I want to go to community and show you this real quick. Your community is your list of friends. This is the basics demo, so I just made up this character for this. There are no friends on my friends list. You can press R1 to go to your clans. And some people have already invited me to their clan. I'm not interested. I'm going to delete this character anyway. And then you could also read up on the news if you want. Okay. And then go to your options. Your player rotation and your player pitch. When you first start out, they're going to be at level 33. I personally play at level 80. This makes your character turn faster and acquire targets faster. I recommend that you turn them up to whichever you feel comfortable with. That's going to have to be your particular forte. Okay? You can also change your audio and your video. I prefer that my gamma be all the way up because I don't like people hiding in the shadows. So I turn it all the way up so that I can see them. Now here's your barracks. This holds your progress for what your levels are, how much XP you're going to need to get to the next level. And then if you press R1, it'll go over to your skills. This is how you pick what your character is going to be, what kind of skills you need. And I'm going to show you the first thing that you want to buy. First thing you want to buy is your improved healing 1, then your self-healing speed 1, then go to resuscitation and buy all of them. You want to buy all of them so that you can get 10 points per heal. Or if you're on a Frago, you can get 20 points. A Frago is when your squad leader selects an objective for you to go to. And when you're looking around, you'll see that icon on your screen and it'll be flashing. That's your Frago area. If you go there, you'll get more points. I also recommend highly that you just follow your squad mates around and listen to what they have to tell you. One of the best things you can invest in is a headset. To be able to talk to people will make you learn quicker, you'll adapt quicker, and you'll get more stuff faster. So, the next thing you want to invest in is your engineering class. Repairing will get you a crazy amount of points. This is a very big money maker right here. So I recommend that you fill this all the way out to the last wrench. Now, it's possible to kill somebody with your repair kit, but I don't recommend that you try it. Especially not when you're a new player, because your character really isn't fast enough to get up to somebody close enough to kill them with it. So I would recommend not doing that. Then, with my last 2 points, I'm going to go back for more improved healing and self-healing. And eventually you're going to want to fill this out so that you can be the best healer possible, so that you can not only heal yourself quickly, but your friends too. Okay. Now, next thing you can do is press R1 again, and this will show you your progress towards becoming a squad leader or a platoon leader, or even OIC eventually. Your awards these are your awards. You can get these different kinds of medals, and they're all really cool, and you can also get ribbons for different things. To read up on those, just go to it, and it'll tell you everything you want to know about it. Then press R1 again, and these are your stats. Now notice mine is really bad. This is really bad. But when you're first starting out, it's always going to be bad. Unless, you know, it's always going to be bad. But it'll still be fun. And later on, when you get better, you won't have such a problem getting kills and things like that. Especially with your med kit, you're going to get serious points with that. And your repair kit will get you even more points than that. Okay, so I've basically showed you pretty much everything on here. Now I want to explain some of the games. Okay, the first thing is your training, of course, which is very useful. Then suppression. You want to go and play suppression no matter which PMC you play for. Go and play that till you're about level 10, level 15, and then decide what games you want to play after that. Because by then, you will have learned your team working skills, how to heal people, you know, how to use your weapons, knifing, throwing grenades, things like that. And I highly recommend throwing grenades a lot when you're a low level, because it's a quick and easy way to kill somebody, that's a higher level than you. Sabotage is a game where at first, if you're defending, you have to defend 2 different targets. Whichever one is fragoed, again, whichever one's blinking, that's the one you need to go to and defend it. And try to keep healing your buddies and keep them from taking it. Now if you're attacking, then you need to take that blinking frago. And by getting both fragos, get your frago and the other letter gets taken, then that will end up going to C. Because it's A, B, and then you get to go to C. And if you take C, you win the game. Or if you defend C, but if you're defending, you win the game. Escalation is a new game type. I really like this game type, but it's for higher players, better players. It's a complicated game. The first things that you learn is that you need to follow around your squad mates. You need to work as a unit. You have to take 2 objectives first, A, B, or C, to unlock D. If your PMC unlocks 2 objectives, then D will open, and then you got to go defend D, and that will create damage. And your damage meter is on the top of your screen, and there's 3 of them. Whichever one fills up first wins. Unless time runs out, then whoever has the most in their damage bar wins. Acquisition is about stealing armored transports. Now, there's bunkers in this one, so if you're defending, you can repair those bunkers or repair the turrets on it and get lots of points for doing that. That's a really good place to go and get some good experience after you're level 15 or so. Yeah. So basically the whole idea is protect your transports or go and steal the enemy's transports. It's pretty simple. Interdiction is pretty fun as well. This one is basically every team gets a APC, which is an armored personnel carrier, and there's all kinds of gun ports on it, and there's a turret and everything. It's really fun to play that one. And what you want to do is you want to take 2 of the objectives, and by getting both of those objectives you'll create damage, and C gives you the most damage, so that's the one that most people need to go to and get first. And yeah, and look, it's 200 XP for that one and for escalation, so they're definitely worth the buy just for the leveling, being able to level easy. Now here's domination. Domination is where you're going to get into a battle with 256 players at one time. So this is a very complicated game type. I don't recommend that you play this right away. You want to wait off and get more used to the game, get into it, maybe get into a clan that's a good clan, and learn how to play before you go and play this. Because you're just going to get lost. It's gigantic. It's a gigantic board. But the idea is you want to take down their bunkers, take out cool-off towers, and then after you get through their bunkers, you take out the burn-off towers, and then get to their letters. And by holding their letters, you create damage, and you can win that way. Or if you're defending, you want to keep them from destroying anything. And if they do destroy something, go and repair it. This is directives. This opens up when you're level 8. If you click this, you'll get 100 XP extra for whatever it puts you into. By pressing X and you accept directives, then it will choose where it needs you to go the most. And in this case, it's interdiction. I'm going to leave the queue because I don't actually want to play right now. And to leave the queue, you just press O. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that you need to know. If I missed anything, let me know, and I'll be happy to write up something about it and put it under the video, or maybe even redo the video if it's good enough. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask, and if it's a good enough question, I'll be happy to make a video about it. Well, have fun and happy hunting.